My talents are much needed here in order to keep Morthal safe. Which is utterly useless at the moment. You need to fill it with a soul. Till next time.
Getting out of here.
No sign.
Oh, that's the last of them. Is someone there? Here.
No sign.
No sign of him.
You're good and dead.
Why are they hurting you to go?
Enough! This ends now! Time 2. That's the best. Must have scared
Guess it's
them
all
off.
clear now.
So, life has brought you to Morthal, and to me. But I stand where I have always stood, here in Morthal. Now is not the time to fight amongst ourselves. I fear dark days approach, and all of Skyrim's strength will be needed. That which is unknown can create unease, even fear. It is to be expected. Some fear our new resident wizard. As they grow to know him, they will accept him. Time will prove me right.
Still here.
You best.
You lead, I'll follow.
She's hot today.
Not hot enough.
The mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from the name. Just step up to the counter. No, I don't have anything for bad dreams, so don't ask. Thank you. Here, let an old alchemist pass on some of her secrets to you. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Let me know if you come down with the rattles.
Huh?
You should not interested, Charlie. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deeja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. Of course not. Thieves take what is precious. Thieves steal. We just take what will not be missed, what no one needs anymore. Maybe we take some weapons and stop a few deaths. Who would call that thievery? I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just making idle talk about what would most undoubtedly be a tragic event. A tragic and very, very profitable event. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. It would...
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands.
Now I remember. You're that new member of the Companions. So, you what? Fetch the mead?
Please, don't interrupt the court.
Magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my
Your
rule.
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Please address all questions to the steward, Falk Firebeard.
Steward, I have an idea that might help to bolster the morale of our people in this difficult time. I think we shall have a grand parade, and let General Tullius march his troops from the Blue Palace to Castle Dower
Your
in all their
skin's as
finery.
pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
Be quick. I have little patience for
Don't
mundane
like those
pursuits.
eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted. Of course he does. What sort of a question is that? Maybe you've been listening to Eriker. There's been loose talk among some of the Thanes, and I suspect he's the cause of it. You'll pay those rumors no heed if you wish to retain your welcome in this city. She may be young, but Elisif is the Jarl by right. And here in Skyrim, if nothing else, we respect the traditions of our fathers' fathers. You'd do well to remember that. That remains to be seen. By rights, she has a legitimate claim as High Queen of Skyrim. But we must have the support of the other Jarls for that claim to have any meaning. Should they accept her rule, we will have peace. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns. I was a member of the court during the reign of Toryg's father. It was Toryg who appointed me to the position.
I'm
Take care
afraid
of
he's had
yourself,
to
and always
reschedule,
remember,
my grace.
the world is
By all
ripe with
accounts,
people looking to spill your
waging
blood.
war takes his every moment.
I have so very many ways to deal with people. Very few of them pleasant.
With the Jarl. He serves in my capital city.
I was,
I'm
to my
afraid he
shame.
can.
The whole
His
court was in
authority comes
attendance.
from the Emperor.
I've seen much in my
You also
time,
serve
but that was a
technically.
gruesome day.
He uses all of Hafingar's resources and doesn't
Because
answer to
Ulfric
me in
needed
the
a symbol.
slightest. This hardly
Someone he
seems
could
fair.
defeat that represented the Empire.
Fair
The White
is a
Gold
word rarely
Concordat.
applied to
The banning of
politics, my
Talos
grace.
worship.
I'm afraid you
Toryg's
must
father
learn
Islot had
from
held
sacrifice.
Skyrim together for nearly 25 years. When he died, Torygg became that symbol. No, even after Islot died, the Moot voted to make Torygg High King of Skyrim. But Ulfric was at that Moot, continually talking about Skyrim's independence in terms just shy of treason. I don't think Ulfric knew how much Torygg respected him for that. If Ulfric had asked Torygg directly to stand up, to declare independence, Torygg might have done it. Because the Dominion is a sleeping beast that Skyrim cannot slay alone. Because many Nords are part of the Imperial Army even now. Because the food and resources we get from the Empire are important to our people. Because even if we can't openly worship him, Talos the God was once Tiber Septim the man, and this is his empire. And Torygg wasn't ready to let it fall apart. I have no time or patience for a student. Perhaps the College of Winterhold will grant you admission.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
Steward, I will need the following reagents for my study.
Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torygg. And so he came before my husband and he shouted with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it.
She'll be replaced in a matter of months.
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torygg was the High King, and I am his widow, now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen. A question I am all too familiar with. One my very Thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have? Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Please address all questions to the steward, Folk Firebeard.
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare.
Aaron said you got here just You've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my Behrend. Please, Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army. No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I bet my papa could beat you up. I get to help Mother with the shop. I used to help Papa too.
Sister dear, could you try sewing these sleeves a little tighter? We can't have our customers looking sloppy because of your work. Oh, certainly, dear sister. We couldn't afford to have customers looking could we? Good. And while you're at it, perhaps you could sew your mouth shut when our fine customers are within earshot. So nice to have pleasant company for a change. Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should see what we have available. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raymond's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raymond. Thank you for your patronage. Oh, what delight. Another charming custom. Oh, let me just drop everything to help you. I don't mind. Really. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. Finally. We provide clothing for all of Solitude's most influential.
Yes? Need something?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstar. The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done. Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you?
Find some quiet time.
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. I wanted you to have this, a token of my affection. Don't mean we're engaged or nothing. Welcome to Solitude, home of the arts here in Skyrim. It is my personal mission to ensure that the Bard's College preserves the great deeds of the past in... not much, but as a bard I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times. But the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof. I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it. I wish you luck in finding the verse. I have faith that you'll return with King Olaf's verse.
Might be good to meet a prospective bard. He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then? That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time. And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Well, you've come to the right place. Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
I have faith that you'll return with King Olaf's verse.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College, at your service. Anything I can do for you, I will. The pleasure's all mine. Need something?
What a fascinating time to be alive. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry? I'll head back home if you need me. Oh, hello. Just tidying up. It's a fine day with you around. Someday a gallant hero will ride up and take me away. Someday.
Jarls come and Jarls go, but a good cook stays for a lifetime, and I'm a very, very good cook. Everyone knows General Tullius wields the real power in Solitude. Elisif? Nah, she's a figurehead, a puppet.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. It's quite fetching, actually. The craftsmanship is excellent. Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon. Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Yes?
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. That's wonderful. You've done us a great service. As promised, the outfit is yours, and here's something for your trouble. Thank you for your patronage. Ow!
Need something? Oh, did you need something?
Need a ride? Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Well, let's see what it does. The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Winking Skeever, just inside the main gate. See ya.
probably want someone else. I'm just the stable boy. I hate it. Everyone feels sorry for me, so they don't treat me too bad, but... Both my parents were in the Legion. There was an ambush. Taylor said she'd feed me if I could make myself useful. I'd take care of the animals, run errands, that kind of thing. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents, not this. Both my parents were in the Legion. There was an ambush. Taylor said she'd feed me if I could make myself useful. I'd take care of the animals, run errands, that kind of thing. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents, not this. Really? Do you have a place I can live? Oh well. Thanks anyway, I guess.
Look, I grew up tending some of these horses. They're almost family.
Work hard for the future and leave the past be. That's my... Been about 8 years now. I used to be a mercenary, but one trip to Ravenscar Hollow cured me of that. There's hag ravens in that cave with talons like daggers. They'll open your bells quick as you wink if you let them get close. A creature like that'll make a man think long and hard about what he wants out of life. If you're heading up to Solitude, you should stop to check out the view on your way. It's a good one.
When I was a boy, there was a year we couldn't afford enough feed. So I snuck my dinner out to the stables and gave it to the horse.
Business. I really don't mean to be rude, but I don't think there's much I can help you with.
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I was a much younger man when I married Catelyn. I can hardly keep up.
My husband handles the indoor work just as well. He'd only hurt himself.
You're
another
guest.
gorgeous gift.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me. In the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Pokema. We summon Pokema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Pokema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Pokema.
That's the best we can do.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm! That's out of order. Summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon the words bound by my blood. What? What are you doing, you fools? You cannot bind me to your wills. You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
I'll make this no
Thane Bryling, at your service.
The Imperial... Bryling's obsession with honor and tradition is quaint, but politically irrelevant. I'm a Thane. In the future, you may want to gain that information before talking with someone. Risk of looking like an idiot and all that. Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership. I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave? Potema herself? Please tell me you stopped them. You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought.
Quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
There's something personal I was hoping you would do for me. Falk told me what you did for us at Wolfskull Cave. He says you're someone we can trust. As you may know, Talos worship is outlawed in the Empire. When we buried my husband, I made offerings to all the gods, except Talos. I would like you to take an item of his, a war horn handed down from his father, and place it at a shrine of Talos. No, but my husband, Torg, would want a proper burial, and this is the way Nords are buried in Skyrim. Thank you. It would mean a lot to me.